Yo, you're here with the king of violence, Platinum Mike Perry, and we're tuned in to the Bare Knuckle Show with Brian Soscia. Let's go.
On the right hand, knockdown number 3 of Mike Richmond. Out of the head by Concepcion, and down he goes on the right hand. Here's left hand. We might be done, and we are. Dave Mundell is the new BKFC 175-pound champion. Right hand, big right hand. There's the uppercut, and down goes Jake Bostwick again. Here's left hand, and down goes Jordan Reed. Combination to the inside right hand, drops Gabriel Mota. Shot left hook, and down goes Stephon Reese. And now down on the delay goes Justin Martinez.
Well, you know something, brothers? We're here on the Bare Knuckle Show with the Ultimate Hulkamaniac on this Halloween Havoc, my brothers. You got the world champion here, brothers. And let me tell you something, dude. We're going to have a great show today. I can't hear you. I look like the Wish version of Hulk Hogan. It's cool, though. I'm here. It's Halloween, baby. We're excited. It's the Bare Knuckle Show. It's fight week, dude. There's so much going on. There's so much to get into, as always. Look at this. You like this? I even dyed my mustache. I shaved for you. Got some hair going. Got the world title, like I said, right here, because I am the Hawkster. I dress like this sometimes on Saturdays. It's amazing. We're excited for you to be here. A lot of stuff to get into today. We're going to get into everything from the Rugged Beauty, Crystal Pitman. She will be joining us. She's fighting, of course, this Friday night against Jay Nasty, Jordan Roslin. So we're looking forward to that. Kind of dig in, find out what's going on with Crystal Pitman, and it's always good. She's always very bubbly. Also going to check in with Chris Lights Out Lidle. Of course, Lidle Look Ahead, Lidle's Locks, whatever you want to call it. Like tapping his brain before we get to fights to see what he's looking forward to. We're going to talk about some tryout stuff with him as well. It's all going on. New signings. I believe we have those. We have the new signings. We're going to talk about those later on today in the show, some new signings. And one of them, I saw one of them. I previewed one of them. And one of them is a pretty good signing. It's a name that you know. It's a name that you know that's been fighting for us, but I guess he's re-signed. We're excited to see where his career is going to go. Also, we're going to look at how some of the BKFC stars and people, everybody, have been celebrating Halloween. As you can see, we're doing that here today on the show, and we're glad to do it. Let's see what they're saying in the chats. They're saying Happy Halloween. Gator Wrestler's in there. I love him. Carmen's at awesome. Finally took a day off for Soscia. Yeah, no, Hogan's not here. Soscia's here. Howdy, howdy, howdy. He looks awesome. Thank you very much for saying that. I appreciate that. Anyone else instantly hard? Just when he started to talk. All right, you can read the comments on YouTube. Some of these I should read ahead of time. I can't preview, but I love when you guys write stuff. A lot of stuff to get into, like I was saying earlier. So let's just start now. I mean, the first thing is Halloween. Exciting, obviously. I've had a great Halloween season so far with my children. Hopefully you've had some Halloween parties. You've had some fun. Look forward to tonight. But if you have any pictures of yourself, you can send them in. You can do it right now if you'd like. thebareknuckleshow@gmail.com. You can send your pictures in there. We'll get into some mail in a second, but that's where you want to send them, thebareknuckleshow@gmail.com. And also, you know, it's really weird. Aside from Halloween, maybe I'm too old. I don't know. Do you know about this, Brandon? Broken Brandon. Mischief Night. Last night. When I was a kid, that was big. Is that still a thing?
You know what? That's funny that you say that because I had the same kind of question or thought the other day. I was like, whatever happened to Mischief Night? It was like such a big deal when I was younger.
It was awesome.
Yeah. And no, I guess this generation of kids just don't do that.
They're being better. We used to love, and then we would. One time we got caught taking stuff out on Halloween night with us too. I don't know why we were thinking about doing all that, but Mischief Night was always a good time. I'm glad though.
Did you ever TP your neighborhood?
Come on, man. I did that. We egged. We did it all. I mean, I'm kind of glad it's not happening because I'd probably be upset, but I kind of reap what I sow. You know what I mean? I used to do the dumb stuff when I was a kid. Does Mischief Night still exist? Let us know in the chat. And we can go from there, and we'll talk more about it. Did you get hit on Mischief Night last night? Does it still exist? I'm glad it doesn't, like I said. Let's talk about everything that's been going on. We'll do the mail call. We should probably hit that sound. Let's go.
Make me come over there and snatch you up off that couch. It's time for mail call.
There it is, mail call. Always like to hear from you. Like I said, you saw the address up there. It's thebareknuckleshow@gmail.com. You can send in whatever you would like. Some of the stuff I want to get started, because some people were sending this in. I asked last week to send some of your Halloween costumes, as I did just a minute ago, too. And some of the BKFC stars, they were getting ready for holidays, the Halloween. There's Tony Loco Soto and his wife dressed as Al Bundy, Polk High, and Peg Bundy. Love that one. Now, I love that he's wearing the Kevin Croom wig. He must have just decided to throw that on. I guess that's Al Bundy-ish. I don't know. I like it. Good costume. And then, of course, the Shark. He was out. The Shark, Zach Calmus. He's been out getting excited for the Halloween season for a while now. Look at him there with his pumpkin. And his Austin 316 hat. I just noticed that. Kudos to him. And then we can take a look at this guy. He's always dressed for Halloween. Blake Lacaze. So, I mean, he dresses Halloween every time with his Michael Myers, Jason mask every time he comes out. Slaughterhouse on the front. Of course, we know that's with Ryan Perez, but we like seeing that. And who's this guy? He's not here today, but this is Evan. Of course, Evan was a priest the other night. Looks like he had a party at his house. I didn't get an invite to that party. Did you?
No, of course not.
I probably wouldn't have gone, honestly. It's no offense to Evan. I love Evan. I'm a real loser with that kind of stuff. But I love it. If you need somebody to pray for you, Evan could help you out. You could kneel before his altar. I'm sure he would love that. So there he is, the incomparable Evan as a priest. And this is Danny XO. So Danny XO used to work with us. She was a round card girl. And Danny decided to be one of the women from Austin Powers. And the reason I bring Danny up is, I don't know if you know this, but she started with us. She had like red hair. Then she went blonde. And then when she left us, she went to AEW, professional wrestling. She's actually on TV as a big part of AEW. So you can check her. I believe she goes by Harley Cameron now. But the good news is at Olympia, she's going to be making her return. She'll be at our booth. She'll be at the fights. Stop by and say hello to her as well. I mean, a little AEW talent in there can't hurt anything. A lot of stuff to get to, including some pictures that were sent in. I never want to forget the people that take the time to send the pictures in. That's very important. So I know that we got, what did we get sent in? Did we get one, right?
Yeah. That is from, hang on, let me pull it up for you.
I can show it too, whatever's easy.
The email address is tagshaw, and they said Yumi and Caitlin from BKFC Jackson 1.
I was right when you showed the picture. I thought that was from Jackson.
Yep. He says, I watch the show every week. Sadly, never live due to work, but figured I'd send this one in.
I thought you were going to say I watch the show every week. Sadly,
sadly, not live, but because he's at work. But figured I'd send this one in. I hope to see you all again live soon. Hashtag come back to Alabama.
I hope we can, man. There you go. We're gonna put this up on our wall with the rest of the people. It's not like we're on a live show or anything. You should probably leave. I mean, this is live. Get off the camera. Get off the camera. We're live. I'm not kidding you. Get off the camera. We're live.
Yeah, we're live right now.
Yeah, we're live. He's good. That's this is insane. I've never been to a studio in my life that people can just walk in. Right? I mean, this happens all the time. They just walk in. We're in the bowels of the bare knuckle basement. We're live from Studio 5, and people just saunter in here and want to have conversations like we're not doing it. Are we doing anything here? I don't know. Are we?
No, I guess not. Nothing.
I mean, guest appearances here. The only guest appearance I want is David Feldman when he comes by, and if you could drop us some news once in a while, that'd be pretty good too. Now that threw me way off. So we had the guy there. We're shouting. Oh, this is great too. I know Gator Wrestler. I know he's in the chat a lot, and we appreciate that. And Gator Wrestler saying Tony Soto was dressed up as Kevin Croom with the hair. And let's see, 4 touchdowns, 1 game. Mike saying from Mike and Mitch, I love it. This is Gator Wrestler. I just want to shout out the BKFC Reddit BKFC on Instagram. You can see all of our celebrities, our fighters, everybody posing with this guy's Gator. Love him. He always comes out. He's a big fan of the show. Love what he's doing. Check out Reddit BKFC on Instagram and Reddit. You can find out more there. But it was cool going through all those. I didn't know you were going to hit him so quick, but we went through. I think there was.
Sorry, that threw me off.
I threw you off.
Him coming in.
I threw you off. That's fine. Go
cool.
through them again. I mean, you can see we have plenty of time, so you can see the fighters. You can see who was involved. I was in there as well. I was scared out of my mind. There's Kamosi. And you go through, look. There you go. Look at her face. There's me. It looks like I'm all brave biting the alligator. There's Ben. Keep going. And then there's Guy Stewart. He's the man. And then there's Britain. So it's interesting to me because I look tough. Like I'm biting the gator, trying to look like I was scared out of my mind. I was like, take the shot. Get it away from me. But it was really cool. So shout out to you guys. Anybody that supports this industry, that supports what we do, we appreciate you. Reddit, BKFC, thank you guys. And then let's see. I just got to hear somebody saying they like my Halloween costume. Well, thank you very much. Also, I want to talk a little bit about, this is really important, this guy, the Irishman. The Irishman. Love the Irishman. Love it. I hope he wins for what he wants, but when he loses, he's entertaining too. The Irishman's always entertaining, and he's barking on social media. He started by, I believe, posting this. The first one was him just murdering, just punching something.
Yeah, hang on 1 second.
Okay, there you go. I'm sorry, I'm moving too quick here.
No, it's not.
Whoa! That's what I'll do. Put you through a table. Put you through a table.
What were you talking? Who do you want to see?
I'm talking about
the Irishman's post.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
where
got
he's
you.
punching.
Yep.
Let's take a look. Look at that. Find me a body. He wants to get back in. Like a shotgun. Every shot like a shotgun going off. He's ready. And then he was posting on his story that he thought he found somebody, and he showed that. And I said, this emo Viking, he called him. Okay, emo Viking. So then I'm like, oh, maybe this will happen. He's shouting out BKFC Matchmaker. That's Nate Shook. I don't know the status of this. But then I see this next post from him, and this shows me that that's probably not the body he's going to get. He just wants, he's ready. Look at him. He looks ready. He wants to be in there. He wants to fight. He's looking for the fight. Basically says, you guys ask me every day, when are you fighting next? I assure you, it's not being held up by me. So it's either being held up by people that don't want to fight him, or maybe they're trying to find a good spot for him. I mean, we don't want to just throw him on a show. It has to be a good spot for him. So hopefully the Irishman gets his fight soon. I'm looking forward to that for him because he's always a character to watch. Another guy, and I think I sent this to you. I'm sorry if I didn't, so I'm jumping ahead. We've been watching, we saw Kai Stewart a couple minutes ago. You know, he's a world champion. He's been representing us well all throughout Montana, everywhere he goes with that title. But we want to talk about HD Davis too. I mean, that's a big fight coming up. We announced that in Utah. HD Davis coming up for BKFC 56. HD Davis is ready to go. I mean, you can see him and his boy there. And then if you keep going, you slide past this, I think that'll happen. You can see his gloves. I'll stare at his gloves. That's not paint on his gloves. That's not red paint. This guy's ready. He's ready. And I hope Kai Stewart's ready too, because this is going to be a great fight on that card. Everyone's looking at the Mike Perry Alvarez stuff. I get it. Rothwell, Duffy. I get it. I get all these top fights everyone's looking at. That's a fight that a lot of people here in Bare Knuckle are waiting to see. HD Davis is ready. We have some news on him coming later as well in the show that you'll probably want to know. He's ready to fight Kai. Kai's ready. I say it every time. Kai's got that wrestler grit. And I don't mean this kind of wrestler. I mean wrestler grit, like collegiate high school wrestler, very talented at that. So that takes a lot to overcome. I'm looking forward to see that fight as well. But HD Davis is more than ready. Do we have Chris Lights Out Lidle coming on in just a minute for a
we
Lidle
do.
look ahead? Is he
have
waiting?
him.
He's waiting.
Yep.
He's there. Perfect. He's on time. I love it. He's a little early. I love that too. My buddy, your buddy, probably the Hawkster's buddy too, dude. It's Chris Lights Out Lidle. How are you, bud?
What's happening, man? Oh, sorry, that's my Hulkamania voice. I'm not a Hulkamania guy. Sorry, dude. I'm off of Ultimate Warrior. I heard he's a dick, though. Nobody liked him.
Who, the Ultimate Warrior?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like the Warrior, man. I mean, I liked him as a fan, but you were more of a Warrior guy if you had to pick, huh?
Without a doubt. You know, you're dressed to me. You're not even Hulk Hogan. You're Thunder Lips, the ultimate male.
I said I'm Hulk Hogan if you bought me on Wish. I'm like the Huckster. I shaved the beard and everything, bro, and I put the dye in here. Yeah, I had a Hulk Hogan bandana too. Did you see my title yet? Look, it's the only title I'll ever get.
I say no, but I'm more of a, a Rocky III Thunder Lips guy. You know what I mean?
Did you know that in Rocky III, they actually had Hogan stand on a platform and they shot him up a little bit to make Sly look even smaller than he is?
I did not know that. I thought Sylvester Stallone was like 4'8".
He is pretty short, though. Stallone is pretty short when you meet him in person. It's interesting to see. Yeah. But that was a big moment for Hulk Hogan. All right, not this wrestling talk. I don't want to talk about that stuff. I want to talk about Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. I am excited to learn that you're an Ultimate Warrior fan, though. That's exciting for me. Let's talk about everything we have going on, which is a whole lot, Chris. Matter of fact, let's just start with BKFC 53 because that's right here and now. That's coming up. I always like to talk to you and find out kind of what you're looking forward to, what you're looking forward to seeing, the fights that are standing out to you. So I'm going to let you start with that. I have some thoughts as well, too. But what's the fight you think you're most looking forward to on this card right now, Chris, as a fan?
Man, there's a lot of good ones out there, but I think the main one to me, probably the co-main event. Kazgan, we haven't seen him fight enough. Very little. Kazgan just seemed phenomenal the first time. And Julian Lane, the bad thing about Julian is, he's tough and he's durable and he's good and he's always right there. But we just throw him in with killers every time. Look who he's fought. If you're going to make it and you're going to get a title fight, you're going to fight Julian Lane. You know what I mean? So he's always right there, but he's always fighting the cream of the crop. He is what you call the ultimate gatekeeper. If you can go in there and you can beat Julian Lane, you have greatness after that. And if not, go back to the drawing board. So unfortunately for Julian, he's just our gatekeeper, and we're going to see what Kazgan has. If he's going to go out there and be able to put it on Julian Lane or not.
That's right. He's the ultimate gatekeeper, you call him. I'm the ultimate male, and you're the ultimate warrior today. This all works out. I love Julian Lane as well, Chris. I think I say it every week on the show. If Julian Lane's in the fight, you're guaranteed fireworks. You're guaranteed a great fight, and we're looking forward to that fight. And Murat Kazgan, this guy, Turkish guy, has all the support. I talked about it last week. I don't know if you heard me. He got one of our biggest pops as far as when we put his video up. Look, I don't know if you know this. A friend of ours told us this. The Turkish region, huge for fighting. The Balkan region. Do you know that? Did you know that?
Oh, yeah. Like I said, that's why I've been so excited. We got, we're going to Bulgaria on the 17th. People from Turkey are going to be there. People from all over that region. Some of the best fighters in the world, they all are around there, and they're going to be there. I'm not surprised if we sell 20,000 tickets there. Bare Knuckle is going to be for real over there. They're going to love it. And I think people over here, they better watch out. A lot of those people from that region, they're coming.
Yeah, they are, and it's going to be a great time there. Everywhere we go, opening up nonstop. So Julian Lane, Murat, that's going to be a great fight. We're looking forward to that. If you look at the main event, though, a lot of people, I feel like they're counting Doug Cole, Red Coltrane out. He even said last week he was on here that he got the call, and he was like, "Oh, wow, okay, I'm 3-0, but I'm getting the call. I'm going to do it." He's kind of pissed off that people are counting him out, feeling like he's the underdog. He says he's never been more ready, and this is like a dream for him. So this guy has a chance at a world title against Dave Redneck Mandel. And it's not going to be an easy fight. Dave is on top of his game, but Coltrane says he's ready, and it's like almost like I don't call it a Cinderella story. We didn't pluck him out of nowhere. He's 3-0.
Yeah.
But he kind of even said that. He goes, I don't know how I got here, but I'm here, and I'm gonna do everything I can to win. I think that's sometimes the heart really carries you further than people would think. Alongside talent.
Man, it's not just that, but to me, this is the most dangerous kind of fight you can get for someone like Mandel, because I promise you, if you're looking past it, if you're looking for the next fight, this is bare knuckle. All it takes is one punch. And Coltrane's shown that he has one punch knockout power. So all it takes is one punch in this. And if you're at all not 100% there, if you're thinking at all about your next fight or what you're going to get next or anything else in this sport, and you got a hungry person, the worst thing you can have is a fight that's tougher than you think. And then that starts creeping into your head. Man, I should have beat this guy already. What's going on? I should have beat him in the first round. It's the third round. What's going on? He hit me with 2 punches. That creeps in your head, and that can be devastating. If you thought it was going to be an easy fight and it's not, you're in big trouble. And this could definitely be that. All it takes is one punch, and Coltrane can deliver it. So Mandel better be on his game. He better not, just sit back and think, oh, who's next? This guy is on my level. If you think that in this sport, you're in big trouble.
Yeah, Coltrane has won, I think, 5 straight, and I think the last 3. Yeah, I put a note in your last 3 opponents, if I can remember. They were he finished them last 3 opponents. So he's definitely a game guy to be fighting. He should be. He's the world champion. But the other thing I worry about with Redneck is that, I'm not going to get deep into it here, but he's been online a lot. I've seen him doing interviews. He's complaining about a fight that he wishes he had, and I understand he's very talented. However, looking past your guy, I'm not saying he is, but thinking so much about the fight you want, and then there's a fight in front of you, whether you think you're prepared or not, if you're thinking of another fight, Chris, you've done this for many years, your mind's elsewhere a little bit, even if you're dialed in, because you're thinking of the fight you wanted.
Well, not only that, but I always had problems when I'm the big favorite. When you're a big favorite, it adds an extra level of pressure, in my opinion, because you're supposed to win. It's easy when you're going out there and you're the guy who, you're just coming to fight. But when you're expected to win and win quick, it's not even a win if you lose by decision. It's a loss. And it's not a win if you go out there and knock them out in the 3rd round. You're supposed to do it in the 1st or 2nd. That adds a lot of pressure to you. And if you let that overcome you and the round fight starts going and it's tougher than you think, all of a sudden you get this level of panic and exhaustion. You're like, man, I should be finishing this guy. What's going on here? And then this creep of doubt starts to creep in your head. It could be a problem. So, man, he better go out there and take care of business right away, or this could turn into a real problem.
No, I agree. And there's so much more on the card. We're going to be at the Olympia, which is awesome for BKFC 53. So we'll be hitting the expo. We're going to talk more about that later. What's going to be going on at the expo. I know you'll be there signing some autographs, hanging out, maybe doing some seminars. I know that you're also commentating for Thailand, which we'll get into that later as well after we let you go. But Thailand, you got a lot. You got work cut out for you. You got a big weekend for BKFC fights. But looking at the Olympia card, we call it like a boutique show because it's a smaller show than we usually do, but we wanted it that way because we're at the Olympia. We're doing it where the expo. So we'll be at the expo all day, and then that night we do the fight. Then we're back at the expo again Saturday. So if you're in the area, bkfc.com, grab the tickets. There's a lot more amazing fights on the card. Matter of fact, Crystal Pitman, the rugged beauty, she'll be joining us a little bit later today. She's fighting Jay Nasty, Jordan Roslin. The women's fights, excited to see them kind of be back on the come up here. And Crystal Pitman, I don't think I've ever seen her in a boring fight. That's fair to say, right, Chris?
Absolutely. And then you also got Jonathan Miller versus Sawyer DP, always in a slugfest. So that was going to be a knockout, I would imagine. There's one I seriously doubt goes the distance. We have, I think, 11 fights. I wouldn't be surprised if 9 of them ended with a knockout. So if you like people getting knocked out, come watch. I've never had anybody come up to me at the end of the night and go, Chris, there was just too many knockouts. I want more judges. Nobody's ever said that. Nobody ever will say that. If you say that, you don't belong here. Go watch another sport. So nobody's ever said it's not going to happen. So we got that. But hell, even after that, we got Thailand the next day. The day after that, I'm doing tryouts. I'm doing tryouts in Georgia, Atlanta. Georgia's going to be legal, so we have to put on a fight there soon. I cannot wait for that. We're doing tryouts all the time now. We're getting so much talent. This is a game changer, Brian. We're doing this. They go right to Prospect Series. From Prospect Series, you got to do good. Then you come to BKFC. We're developing this where, you're not just going to come in an untested person coming to BKFC. You have to earn your way here, and that's what I love. That's why we're going to get better and better and better fights.
Yeah, and you talk about people earning their way here. I mean, you can check bkfc.com or grab it on the app. There's a lot of, I call it the youth movement here. Diego Romo, he's going to be on the fight. You can learn more about him through the website. It's really interesting to learn the story. Mike Heckert's fighting Scott Lampert, and Mike Heckert, we're going to have a little piece with him, an introducing piece in a couple minutes here, so you can get to learn more about him as well. Basically, I know I keep saying it, but Chris, I'm excited for every bare knuckle fighting championship fight because it's always awesome. It's better than anything else you can watch. You got the tryouts. You're super busy with everything. So, we appreciate you coming on. Before we get out of here in a little while, aside from fighting, are you a Halloween guy? What's the last time you dressed up for Halloween? What were you?
It's been a while. I don't know. My favorite, at one point, me and a couple of people, we went as like telephone poles. That was kind of neat. Had these wires going between us.
Really?
Yeah, it was just something crazy. Like, let's go as telephones. Just stupid. But I haven't got to. Man, I've been too busy lately to do too much. I'm always busy. I'm always trying to. I'm flying out here. I gotta get there, man. I gotta get there early. Wait a minute.
Hold on? Didn't you dress up as? And I'm thinking wrestling because I see myself in the monitor here. Didn't you dress up as Roddy Piper or something and fight a friend for to reenact that scene and live for 25 minutes, the longest fight scene in cinema history? Didn't you do something weird like that?
It was awesome. I just watched it the other day. I have to finally get it. I had the same wig almost. It looked like that you just had with Tony Soto Loco had that same kind of wig. But we acted out that scene almost exactly. It took a long time. It was awesome. It sucks. We're trying to win. My buddy listened to the Roddy Piper podcast, and Roddy had like a thing. Whoever does that scene the best, that fight scene, he was going to fly him out and put him on the podcast. We did it perfectly. We going to send it out there. The Piper win died on us. So I was like, man, we didn't win the contest, but we would have. I guaranteed it was perfect.
We'll have to get a clip of that and air it on the show later. And if you
can,
we'll put the whole thing.
I'll see if I can get it sent to me. But I think my buddy's at work. He don't have it right now.
Yeah, not now. We'll do
next week.
Yeah, we'll do it
next week, baby.
Yeah, we'll do it next week or the week after. We'll air a clip of it. I'd love to see Chris Lidle do it.
You'll crack up, man. It's so funny.
I'm looking forward to seeing that. Oh, the other thing I want to say,
Brian, the sad thing was that wasn't even Halloween. That was just on a normal Saturday. I know that's even worse. I know it's embarrassing.
I think that's awesome, actually. But you're talking to a pro wrestling fan here, so you can say what you want about me. I think it's pretty cool. The other thing I want to mention about the upcoming fight at the Olympia, and I'm sorry I left this off, a guy making his return that I'm excited for, the number 2 contender in BKFC flyweight division, this guy, Chancey Wilson. I love every time he fights. That guy's got dog in him, Chancey Wilson, and it's Superfly. And if he would have, I'm telling you, I said this time and time again, every time he fights, I want to give him this compliment. He fought the Olympian medalist, Nico Hernandez, I think it was, right? Yeah. And I believe that at that fight a couple years ago, Chancey would have won if he didn't throw up. He wasn't in the shape he wanted to be in, but I don't think Nico was shocked, I think, when he came to bare knuckle. It was Nico's first fight, but Chancey is super fly, super awesome, and super aggressive. And we're looking forward to seeing Chancey back in the squared circle. I mean, he's just fun to watch.
Amazing how fast he is. That's the thing. When he was going against Olympia, and you thought the Olympian would just been way too fast for him. He was not. That was a fight. You know what I mean? So he's always in entertaining fights, quick hands. He's just hard to deal with. So,
yeah.
I mean, that's the thing about all of our fights here. I mean, a lot of people aren't as well known, but I mean, they're going to put on some fights, man. So we're going to see some people getting wrecked. I can't wait.
Yeah, and it's going to be awesome. And the good thing about Chancey and Julian, too, both on this card, these are guys, and if I'm leaving anybody else off here that would do this, for me, I don't know, you probably don't love this, Chris, but I do. When we do the weigh-in show, I always say when I open it up that anything can happen. You never know what's going to happen. Sometimes they're calm, sometimes they're intense, sometimes there's pull-aparts. That's the excitement for the fans, I think. Even for me, I love it. But Chancey's been a guy who I've seen go at it at weigh-ins with his opponent. He's pretty intense. And Julian Lane, forget about it. That guy runs on pure emotion all the time. You never know what he's going to do. So I'm looking forward to the weigh-in show. Make sure you're tuned in for that, too, because I think that we could see some fireworks on that before the fireworks the night before, kind of thing.
Now, there was one fight that Julian Lane had, I think, that he didn't get into it. So,
Yeah.
just one.
Who remembers that fight? Who remembers that fight?
He gets into it every other time, just about.
He does. Well, we're looking forward to it, Chris. I know you got to fly out. Thank you for coming on today. We appreciate it. Hit me with a double bicep before we go in honor of the Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan. Go ahead. Or single. There you go, brother.
22-inch pythons or whatever he's
24. 24.
Whatever.
You got 22s.
I'm not as big as
I have like 10-inch pythons. I used to have 24. So back when I was in my. If you look at the poster for the Olympia, I got like 24-inch pythons. I look pretty good. They photoshopped my head. There it is. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it.
You're not supposed to admit that. That's you. That's you.
No, because look, if it was me, the one pec is a little weird. I would have more symmetrical pecs if it was me. I'm just saying. That's
embarrassing. No one would like that.
How embarrassing they made me look so in shape. Chris Lights Out Lidle, man. Can't wait to see you at BKFC 53 at the Olympia at the Expo. It's going to be awesome. I probably won't be dressed like this, but I have to ask you before I go, should I keep the mustache or shave it off for this event? I feel like I look.
You gotta keep it, man. It's embarrassing if you don't. You gotta keep it.
I mean, I don't think I'm gonna keep it dyed, but I feel like I look like a. That's like, I don't know. You know what I look like. I look like somebody that'd be riding around in a van I without all the Hulk Hogan stuff on. So I'm a little worried about that. I don't know if I should be keeping it. We'll see.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not a good thing.
You had a mustache on. What happened to your mustache? Where'd it go? You had one for a while.
Yeah. I didn't like the way it looked. So I decided, it's not what I want to do. I was just doing it for fun to be stupid for for like a month. And I'm like, you know what? I hate this.
You don't ever.
I'll do it again at some point, man. I get bored.
Yeah, you don't ever need to be
maybe get the
stupid.
beard
You're
going
wonderful.
back. I don't know. Now that I'm working full time, I can do whatever I want. So
That's right. Full-time employed. You can do whatever you want, man. They got you now. It's going to be really, you always have to do it, kind of play it cool. But then when you get full-time, what you do is you do whatever you want because it's harder for them to get rid of you at that point. You see what I'm saying? So you could dress up as a clown.
I'm not testing it yet, man. I got to work my way in first. I got to become invaluable. I mean, you got to figure out a way to take over this company somehow, and then we'll be good.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, man. Let us know in the chat if you think Lidle and I should take over the company, where you think the company would be if we did that. Chris Lights Out Lidle, thank you very much. We appreciate it, man. I'll see you in a couple days here at BKFC 53 in Florida, man, in Orlando. Looking forward to it.
Hell yes.
You.
See you guys.
Grab your tickets now, bkfc.com. Get involved. Always like catching with Chris Lights Out Lidle. The chat loves Superfly. They're saying Ryan Howard saying he loves Lights Out. If anyone can find talent, Chris can. Ben saying, a lot of people in this chat, but do me a favor as we're waiting to go to the next segment here. If you're watching on Instagram or wherever, YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. Hit those hearts on Instagram. Make them all fly up. It looks nice when you do that. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. And then also make sure you like the YouTube channel. Spread the wealth because we want to make this thing grow. The more it grows, the bigger we're going to get, the bigger sponsors, the more prizes we can give you. As I said to you last week, I'm cooking up something really good to start giving you free stuff. It's going to be, just to name a couple. I'm looking to try to do some stuff with Bucked Up. I'm looking to give you some free merch. I'm looking to give you some free autographed posters. There's so much stuff, rare posters that you're not going to get anywhere else. we're working on that and a lot more. We'll keep you posted. Just make sure you tell all your friends, get involved. The Bare Knuckle Show, loving it. That was good to talk to Chris Lidle. Here's this. This is his notes. This is what we do now. And then we move on. Segment 3. That was Chris. Segment 2. Okay, here we go. A lot of good stuff. Now, we were talking about the Olympia with Lidle there. And I was telling you, kind of giving you an overview and how awesome it is. How if you come there to the expo, you're going to see all these people. Matter of fact, wrestling again, I'm sorry, but movie star as well, Dave Bautista. Bautista from WWE is going to be their honorary guest this year. I'm sure he'll be hanging around the booth. Dan Severn was hanging around our booth last year. Flex Wheeler, if you're a bodybuilding person, was hanging around. All these influencers are there, famous bodybuilders, famous combat sports people. They're all there. And we're not the only combat sport going to be there. I think they're doing some jiu-jitsu or something the day after we leave there as well. So it'd be a fun weekend. If you can get there, bkfc.com, grab the tickets. Friday night, we have the big show. It's all there. And some of the stuff we have going on, we're going to have fighters signing autographs for free at the expo, autograph pictures. You come meet them. We're going to have a punch machine where you can try to beat the champ's punch. We're going to have whoever is up there, they're going to do their punch. We're going to put it up there, and then you try to beat it. It's like those old punch machines on the boardwalk kind of thing. We're going to have some seminars going on. I know Lorenzo Hunt's doing one of those seminars. I saw a graphic about, there we go, Lorenzo Hunt will be there. Who to learn? I mean, who better to learn from than a guy like Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt? I mean, this guy, number 2 pound for pound in the world. He'll tell you he's number 1 in the planet. He's great I've seen him train people. He's great to learn from. You do the meet and greet at 3 with him, do the seminar at 4. You can learn more at bkfc.com. There's other people going to be there for the meet and greet. I know Luis Palomino's been confirmed. I know that Jared Warren's been confirmed. I know that, who else is the meet and greet? I know Lorenzo, Lidle. Am I forgetting anybody? We had a ton of people going to be there. I'm sure there's more I'm forgetting, but there's a lot of people going to be there signing and hanging out at the expo. We'll have the wheel going where you can win all kinds of free stuff. We'll have the T-shirts out there. We'll have, on Saturday, we'll have the ring there you can check out. And we're going to have a lot of other stuff going on as well. The Bare Knuckle girls are going to be there. You can meet them. We're going to have the title belts there you get pictures with. It's non-stop. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It was great last year in Vegas. Looking for more of the same this year coming up at the Olympia in Orlando, Florida. What you don't know is I woke up with a terrible sinus headache this morning, so I feel like I'm drunk as I'm talking to you. I know that we have Crystal Pitman coming up in a couple minutes, but let's keep talking Olympia. And one of the things that I want to talk about with Olympia is the fact that we're going to have some newer people we're introducing to. We're just talking about Mike Heckert. So I wanted to do a little introducing of Mike Heckert. There's a short clip here. We basically got background on him, asked him how he got into it and more. It's about a minute and a half. So check this out. Mike Heckert going to be fighting at Olympia coming up this Friday. BKFC.com to get those tickets, but let's get to know Mike Heckert. Mike Heckert. Let's get to know. We're one man down. Let's get to know Mike.
Wander into a gym. What was the catalyst to get you into fighting?
So I went to some cage fights in a local city nearby. My dad brought me, and I saw the dudes, like the champions, walking out with their belts, everybody going crazy. And I just wanted to be that guy. I wanted to be the guy walking out. I wanted to be the guy holding the belts, like all that. So I actually ended up seeing one of the guys that won the title the next week at the YMCA. Wow. And I just went up and asked him if I could jump on the mats with them. And they kind of just beat me up for a while, but I kept coming back. So eventually they took me to their actual gym and then started training with them. And I stuck around with them till I was 18, not able to fight. And yeah, that's basically just how we were training, garage style, until I got to Florida. So
what can the fans expect out of you as a bare knuckle fighter?
Precision, power, and speed. Those are my three key focuses. I want to be accurate. I want to be powerful. I want to be precise with my movements. Stay out of danger. Make them miss, make them pay.
Pay. There, yeah, let's try again. There you go. Make them pay. You don't have enough hands in there, dude. I wish you had more hands. I'm sorry. But yeah, Mike Heckert, looking forward to seeing him. We have Crystal Pitman in the virtual green room. We're going to get to her in 1 second. I just want to hit one more thing. Are we able to do that? Could you wait for 1 second? He says yes.
Yeah, that's fine. I got to switch some stuff over, so you got some time.
All right, perfect. Well, I was going to ask you to air something. I don't know if you have the hands to do it, but you don't even need to air this. Check out BKFC.com to kind of put a bow on the Olympia thing before we get talking to Crystal Pitman. At least my thoughts on the Olympia thing coming up this Friday, because she'll be fighting on the card against Jay Nasty. Love that name, Jordan Roslin. So I noticed at BKFC.com and on the app, if you want to go check it out, you can. I love when we do this. We have people pick who they think is going to win the main event. I noticed that every single person, there it is. Okay, every single person. You see James Get Down Brown. They're all in it. Zach Calamus. There's the Shark Attack. H.D. Davis. Blake Lacaz. All of them. They're all picking over and over. Everyone on this list they're all picking, like without a problem, they think Dave Mundel's going to finish him. Dave Mundel's going to beat him. And that's with good reason. However, one guy, James Get Down Brown, who trained with Doug Coltrane, said he's got dog in him. And if he executes the way I know he can, he will win. So only one person, as we talked about him being that underdog, believing in Doug Cold Red Coltrane. Maybe two, because Doug believes in himself more than he's ever, he said, for this. Someone else a lot of people believe in, people like to see, like to watch fight. She's got great vibe to her. I want to bring in Crystal, the rugged beauty. Pitman with the I'm looking at my blonde. I got blonde hair. You have red hair now again. What's going on? The red hair's back?
Hey, yes, it is back. Oh my God. I'm so excited to have it back too, because it just, I just didn't feel like myself with the dark hair. It just wasn't working for me.
Look, I don't want to start this on Jump Street, but we've talked about it. You've been seeing in pictures together. Jared Warren, very successful BKFC fighter coming up, going to be fighting in England. We'll talk about more to come, but what did he like better? Does he like the red hair? Does he like the dark hair? Where is he at? Does it matter to you what he likes?
He likes both. Like, he says like dark hair is good because it's like, everyday thing. It's not like the red gets everywhere, like when I sweat and like washing my hair and stuff. But he loves the red hair because he can find me in any room.
So he mentioned last time he was on here, he mentioned that I asked him about your hair. We were talking about how you change it. He's like, oh, it's a mess. When she dyes it, my bathroom just gets ruined. So, I'm sure he had a lot of cleanup to do after the red hair. And so we know that if you're sweating in your upcoming fight against Jordan Roslin, we know that could be not blood. It might be hair dye. Is that fair to say?
Yes, it'll be, the red will start coming down like a pink. So, and then a little thinner, the blood will be a dark, thick.
She's already got it figured out. I love it. We're excited for your fight. And, you've had a lot going on, and it's always good to hear from you. But your last fight, you won that, but you lost a couple before that. So with your last fight, when you were going into it, you had to have some pressure on your mind, I would guess, right? In your head, I would guess. I mean, you got to win this one. You lost, I think, 2 prior to that. Where was your head at heading into your last fight?
So my head was, we worked so much, and it was a lot of mental, and learning each other and really building that trust with each other, especially for me, and them getting to know me as a fighter and a person, and me getting to know them, pretty much like getting comfortable with each other. So this last year that we took off was super necessary, I felt like, to really just like build a new foundation with my team. And my headspace, honestly, it was probably the best it's really, really been, because there was a lot of things that I had to build up from that moment. And so the pressure of wanting to really win that fight, I tried to not get stuck in that pressure and really just be present and really just focus on what was in front of me and have fun and just trust that everything that we've been working so hard on was going to transfer over.
So it's good that you had that thought. Some people just keep trying to push through it. You knew you needed the time to kind of regroup. And now here we are heading into your next fight. And I mean, where are you at now? Mindset. I talked to you briefly yesterday. You seem like you're in a great place. Mm-hmm. I feel like you seem very loose, very calm headed into this. You always seem excited, but where are you at heading into this fight?
Yeah, I know. I'm always excited. I'm always looking forward into getting in there. My headspace right now is very, it is very, like, I just kind of try to stay in the present, but I feel really, really good. I feel supported and backed by my coaches 100%. I know that no matter what situation I'm in, they're there for me and they're going to get me out of it if I needed to get out of a situation. So I'm going in with a very confident calm, violent mindset right now.
Calm, violent. I like that. Calm, violent. Another question. This is very important to the fans. They seem to be asking this as well, and I'm curious. After your last fight, you were like twerked as a victory celebration. Was that thought out, or you just got excited and started? Are you going to be twerking again? They all want to know. I mean, I want to know too.
Yes, of course I am now. It's yeah, I did that kind of like on the oh, there he is.
There it is. He had no problems getting that one up, did he?
That's so funny. Yeah. So it was, he started playing that. It was, I was doing that for a long time.
Yeah. How do you have the energy after a fight? Like,
Right?
it's amazing to me. I don't care how long or
That's
short it is.
so
I
funny.
couldn't even be doing that. But yeah. So is that your new victory celebration? Will it change a little bit? What's going to happen?
Right. Well, I guess we'll just have to see. Definitely we'll probably do a dance in there. DJ Tony, he played Pretty Girls Walk Like This, and it was a viral TikTok dance,
So
and
knew
so
what to
that's
do.
what I started doing it. And then I was like, and then the crowd started just like going crazy because everybody, I think, knew it was like a viral TikTok thing. So everybody I just heard started like yelling. So I was like, okay, well, let's just keep going with it.
And you kept going. You had a good time. So Jordan debuting for the company. Looking forward to see what she's got. Goes by the name Jay Nasty. Love that name.
Jay Nasty.
Jay Nasty. But it's her debut. So there's limited knowledge of what I can talk about. I don't know a ton because I pay attention mostly to Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, but I've looked at it a little bit. I'm sure you have too. So what do you know about Jordan?
Yeah, I don't know like a lot about her. I do know, I mean, she's had her probably 10 plus, AMI fights.
Mhm.
So, and it looks like most of her stuff was like Muay Thai.
Muay Thai serious business though. Muay Thai's no
Yes.
joke. Yeah. That's something.
Yeah, I know.
That's tough
Yeah,
people.
I feel like everybody always kind of starts off in Muay Thai. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? When we're like, whether they go down, unless they're specifically going boxing, but people who are going to do MMA
Yep.
start with like Muay Thai and
Mhm.
Jiu-Jitsu and stuff. So like I was really heavy training in Muay Thai as well. So, but she looks very traditional. So it looks like a very traditional Muay Thai. It looks like she walks forward a lot and kind of just, throws her 1-2. So I don't really know too much about her, but I just feel like her style is very consistent.
Well, I mean, you're with, in my estimation, one of the top teams in the industry. Shift MMA. Oh, Shift, or whatever you guys say. I know they
Oh,
listen.
shit.
Yeah, there it is.
Shift.
Shift. He's yelling it back there too. Shift. We know. You got a couple. What's your other war cry? I wish you could do. I remember, oh, Shift. And you're like, uh-oh. That's the other one, right? Yeah, I know. So, and you have the best dressed man. They're even commenting. I've said that. Big Ben's saying that in the chat. The best dressed man, the best dressed coach in combat sports, Jihad. I would guess
He is.
he'll be with you, and you're still being coached by him. What has this team done to you? I mean, you got the main event. You got Dave Redneck Mundell in there. It's like, this is a great team to be a part of. You have to feel the same way. I mean, do you feel like since you've joined the team, it's leveled you up?
Yes, absolutely. I just, I look up to all of them in the gym so much. I'm like so proud of them. When I watch their sparring, when I watch any growth, anything, like I just constantly look up to them, and they're all killers. Like you just have to watch out for them all the time. And, they know so much for a reason. Jihad, has taught them so many things, and it has leveled up their career. They're constantly growing, and I am so happy to be part of a team where I'm constantly growing, and I'm just soaking all of that up like a sponge, so I'm still pretty new, and my learning, and gaining new things is constantly going, so the brain is always turning, and yeah, it's so great. I am so grateful to be part of that gym. It's just absolutely has, for the physical and the mental part of it. It's like, man, I have a really, really good team, not just like, oh, they're the baddest, BKFC gym, but everything else that comes with it is absolutely amazing and has helped me be successful in a lot of different aspects.
All right. So before we talk more about how much they love you / they don't like you sometimes, I don't know if you know that, but sometimes your team doesn't like you, and we'll talk about that in a minute. I just want to do it real quick. Brandon, you know, get ready, man, and you get ready, Chris. We'll do it together. We go, oh, shift. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, shift. There you go. I just feel so cool when I say I feel like I'm one of you. So the reason that your team doesn't like you sometimes, and the reason they like you sometimes, is because from what I understand, you're like an accomplished, amazing pastry chef, right? So you probably feed these guys when they're trying to make weight. They're eating cheesecakes and chocolate donuts. And so that's correct. You're a pastry chef?
Yeah, I love baking. I used to have my own bakery in Cali, and I love baking. It's my favorite. So yeah, I brought like cookies and all cheesecakes, and yeah, if they're trying to cut weight, then it's not good.
That's bad. Do you like beat them when you punch the dough? Do you like, ah, you're a bare knuckle fighter. You know, you're hitting the dough, just beating the, ah!
Right?
That's probably why that hurt my hand. I don't know how you guys do this.
Stop, Brian. Jesus.
I'm going to break everything. Everything's falling over on the table. So
I'm like a little kid, and it's like just biscuits.
Yeah, right. Just biscuits. What's your favorite thing to make as far as baking?
I love making cheesecake. That's like my specialty, cheesecake. I really love making anything with chocolate. You know what was a huge hit for one of my bakery during the holidays is cocoa bombs. And it's this little, yeah, those are amazing. I love making little truffles. I love making, oh gosh.
You love sweet stuff. You love making sweet stuff. Here's the thing. When we do our Christmas episode coming up, we're going to hit you up and we're going to plug your bakery. If you should start a new bakery. You ever going to do that?
Yes, I am.
Really? Do you have a name picked out or anything? Can you tell us?
Yeah, it's gonna be named Cake Fight. So I'm working on all of that stuff and getting it together right now. So it's gonna be coming. Yeah, I'll have a new Instagram for it, and it's gonna be so yummy.
Ooh, hey, ooh. Looking forward to that as well. You can cater our Christmas party. We'll hit you up for the treats and we'll plug you guys. What do you think? You think you should be there? Send a cheesecake in for the Christmas party we're doing live on the air?
Absolutely.
100%. I'm all about gaining weight because, you know, Halloween's here. So let's gain weight. Let's go. Pastry chef. Right, let's do it. So the other thing is, as we're talking about Halloween, I mean, obviously you're probably not going to have time to get dressed up for this Halloween, but what's been your favorite Halloween costume you've done?
So usually me and my son, I've always spent Halloween with him and we always match. And I think my favorite one is when we were, Wolverine. We both dressed up as Wolverine.
That's pretty cool. Those claws, like Kruger, man. That's cool. You did that. I wish we had a picture. We'll have to get a picture of you as Wolverine the next time. Next Halloween, we'll show that. The other thing I think is interesting, aside from you obviously enjoying Halloween, is something else you enjoy that I didn't know. Maybe I'm the only one that didn't know it. You play professional poker?
I do. When I'm not training, I love it. It is my favorite thing ever. When I'm not training, I am on my computer playing tournaments, making that cash. You know what I mean?
Hopefully making that cash. You do well in poker? I mean, I don't play poker. I don't know a lot about it, but do you do well? Do you make money?
Yes, I do. I actually, I play tournament style when I'm online. I have a strict rule set for myself. Like I will not play cash table games online or I will not play like quick sit and go jackpots because if you will just get heated, you'll get put on a heater if you run bad. So I like to do tournament style when I'm online. And I make final table all the time. So anybody can make money off of that if you're patient enough. And sometimes we play, I say we, cause my brother, we're kind of like a little family of poker players. My brother plays a lot too. And we'll do, right now I do about 4 tables at a time, between 4 to 10 tables. It just depends on how I'm feeling, how my brain's feeling.
This is my brain would be short circuiting. So how long have you been playing poker? How'd you get into it?
I have been playing poker since I was 21.
Wow. But you're only 22 now, right?
Yes. So I'm super new into it. But and then I started working at a casino.
Oh, so you learned to count cards there. That's smart. That's good.
Right. I was like a little poker prop. I was like, they would pay me to sit at a poker table to keep it going. So I would sit there and play poker for my job, part of my job at the casino.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really
it was really fun. It's dangerous. So you have to be very, very strict with yourself because a lot of people who play poker like that will just like throw their money away. But it was really awesome. You meet a lot of people. So I was playing poker for the casino, and then I just transferred into online poker, and now I just do it all the time.
Now you just make money, make money, take money. That's all you do now. They're in the chat here. They're saying, what site? My site got shut down. He said full tilt, whatever that means. I don't play poker. And Swervo Cruz said, I like to play blackjack. It's easier. So you comfortable sharing the site that you play on? This guy's site got shut down.
Yeah, I like to play on Bovada. Okay. There's American Card Room as well. Ignition and Bovada play the same platform, but so you'll have a lot of the same tournaments. It just depends on what you like better. Some have really good sign-up bonuses. I used to do the full tilt and all that, but yeah, lost a lot of money because when they closed the sites down and everything, a lot of people lost a lot of money.
What, they just took your money, like whatever you had, they just took it, whatever you had in there, like what they owed you?
There was some kind of lawsuit or something, so it was like a huge deal. I don't know if they were doing something illegal. I don't know what happened, but
they're gone.
Yes, yeah. And but I don't have that, but definitely Bovada, Ignition, American Card Room.
All right, you hear this? She's a gambling degenerate. You can tell she goes to all the poker sites. Before we let you out here, excited for your fight. What can fans expect out of your fight?
I mean, we already know I'm like super tough, right? So nothing's going to stop me in my fight.
You're really tough, actually. Yeah, I agree. And then you're always happy. Even when you come out, if you got punched in the face and stuff, you're smiling, you're dancing around still. Even win or lose, you're like, you just love fighting. It's amazing to watch, actually.
Yeah, and it's so funny. It's my favorite because nobody expects that from me, but I am very tough. Well, they expect it now, especially people who like our fans, but yeah, I mean, definitely I'm coming out very aggressive. We're coming out with style, very smart aggression, coming out to be very violent. So if you guys want to see a very violent show, that is what we're going.
Well, that's I feel like the bare knuckle fans love that kind of stuff, and they love that you laugh as you describe the violence that you're going to unleash.
I know, I'm like so excited.
Yeah, I know, you're like pepped up about it. It's good stuff. So
I could wear this instead.
Whoa, there she's got her Halloween costume. There you go. I like it.
There you go.
Little Jason. Wow, there you go. Oh my gosh, I'm kind of scared. You still look beautiful with or without the mask. Crystal Pitman, we're glad to have you on here. You can check out Crystal Pitman's Rugged Beauty Foundation. I know you have a website going up for that. It's to help people. You can explain that for a minute before I let you go.
Oh, yes. So it's the Rugged Beauty Foundation. I am still getting everything legalized and stuff like that. But the whole reason why I started my journey was to be the fighting voice for the voiceless, fighting for those who can't fight for themselves, and advocating for domestic and child abuse survivors. So that foundation is to help families, children, situations in the long run, especially if they're needing immediate safety, immediate medical attention, stuff like that. So it's really to just like help the survivors and people who are really, really struggling through, because a lot of people don't get help. They will be in a very abusive situation for a very long time, until it's sometimes too late. But so that's what it is. And then that also goes for animals too, because honestly, I hate animal abuse, and Jared is all about it. So we are we're actually creating a little separate foundation too for animals.
It's awesome.
Yeah, so I'll send you those links. They're going to be amazing.
Yeah, we'll plug it for you when you put it up. We'll plug it for you. So right now we know Crystal Pitman, professional fighter, baker, foundation supporter, OnlyFans model, right? You do that as well. You and Jared do that together.
Yeah.
I've never looked. I'm afraid I don't want to see anything Jared has to offer. I don't want to see anything you have to offer. You're both my friends, so I don't need to see it. But you can check out our OnlyFans as well. we appreciate you coming on. And they're yelling, Kyle Mish is yelling from Mission Accomplished that your mask is Hulk Hogan colors because that's what I'm wearing. So it was a great choice of mask. So the last thing I want you to do before you go, since you're this degenerate, huge poker player, I want you to show me what your poker face looks like. Go.
Oh man, I'm horrible at a poker face.
You better have it or I'm going to take all your money. You just look like you're angry at me or something. I don't know. What's that look like? Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Brendan, let me see your poker face before we let her go.
No.
Don't be that. Oh, there's no camera in there, is there?
There is.
Oh, you're a dick.
I can't do it right now. You can't put me on the spot like
you
that.
think about yours. I'm going to show you mine.
Oh, wait.
That sounds kind of weird.
Yeah, I can see right through that.
You don't know what I'm thinking right now. You have no clue. Nobody knows. Go ahead. Let me see yours, and then we'll go.
Shit.
Look at the camera.
No, I can't.
Just show me a serious face. Show me a serious face. Yo, Pitman, he'll listen to you. Tell him to do it.
Do it now.
Look up and make a face.
I can't do it. I'm going to smile.
We're going to take all his money. We're going to take it all, brother. Just like Crystal Pittman's going to take the big win. We're looking forward to you. Thank you for coming on, Crystal. We wish you luck in everything you do. Excited to see your fight coming up this Friday.
Thank you so much. It was so nice being and chatting with you.
It's always nice to talk to you, man. Crystal. Whoa. There we go. I'll take him. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming on. And we're looking forward to seeing you Friday.
Bye.
Oh, that was so nice.
That bye you just did.
She did it to me. I was doing it back to her.
What?
Let's see. Don't you need a poker face to play online? I don't know. Okay, he's trying to be funny, Big Ben. All right, so let's see. That was great. We talked to Crystal Pittman. There's that. We enjoyed that. Now we have some other stuff to get to. Pittman's awesome. I will say that. That's no BS. I enjoy talking to her. I enjoy watching her fight. I'm very excited to see her fight at the Olympia coming up here, BKFC 53. BKFC.com. Grab those tickets. Very few remaining because it's a boutique show. There's not a lot to get. So we held a couple back, but now they're on sale. So grab them if you're in the area. I think you'll have a really good time there. A couple things to get to before we get out of here as we end the show. This is exciting. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but two events coming up. Of course, we talked about Thailand. We talked about Olympia just a second ago. So if you didn't buy the app yet and you're to buy the app, BKFC.com, you grab it. You're guaranteed these two events. Look at this. The 3rd and the 4th, a weekend of fights, and they're all going to be good. And I'll tell you what, Muay Thai rules, the special rules, we'll get to that in a minute. It's going to be awesome. $7.99. Think about that if you bought it today. You'd get both these fights for $7.99 plus whatever else we have coming up in November.
And that's just this weekend.
That's
but November, we're going all over the place.
That's what I'm saying. So if you bought, I say buy a year so you don't have to worry about it and just be done with it because we keep putting these fights on. But I agree. It's a fight weekend now. But with Broken Brandon, I mean, he fixed it up there, what I was saying. He made it better. You're right. He got to it. You got November 17th and you got November 18th as well. So all these fights, if you were to buy today, you're getting them all. What's today's date? The 31st Halloween. Yeah, you're getting them all. So make sure you buy BKFC.com, and they're all going to be awesome fights. Now, speaking of the Muay Thai fight that we have coming up, special rules for that. If you haven't seen it yet, I just want to kind of let you know as we get excited and head to that. I feel like a lot of people are hitting us up about that fight. They're very excited, but there are special rules for the Muay Thai fight coming up this weekend, and we have a video about that explaining them.
So many people are asking, what is bare knuckle Thai? Bare knuckle Thai is a new innovation in combat sports brought to you by Bare Knuckle Fighting Championships. So the rules are based on traditional Muay Thai, but with a bare knuckle twist. Bare knuckle Thai rules are as follows. Fighters compete in a BKFC squared circle. Fighters obviously compete bare knuckle. Fights are scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds, exactly the same as BKFC rules currently. There's 1 minute interval between each round. It is vital that we determine a winner. So in the case of a draw after 5 rounds, we will go into a sudden death round.
This fight will continue!
During the fight, fighters are allowed to kick. Fighters can punch. Fighters can use elbow strikes. Fighters can also use knee strikes. Spinning attacks are allowed. Fighters can use the clinch, but only with the intention of attacking. The clinch is only permitted for 3 seconds. Sweeps and throws are not allowed. Stalling of the action is not allowed. Strikes to the back of the head or the spine are not allowed. Each match includes 1 referee and 3 judges. Fights will be scored on the 10-point must system. There is no 3 knockdown rule. Fighters cannot be saved by the bell in any round. So we have created this new fighting style to be fast, furious, and we guarantee non-stop action.
Boom, there you go. That's going to be a great fight. Looking forward to that this weekend. Of course, that's going to happen after the Olympia fight happens. It'll be BKFC.com. It'll be on the app. Grab the app if you haven't yet. I'm very excited for that. Very excited for those rules. I think that's going to make it fun and a little different, obviously. So make sure you tune in for that. We'll talk more about that next week. The other thing I want to talk to before we get out of here, talk about, I should say, or if you've been waiting, we got some new signings. I want to look at the signing graphics. I saw one of them. I didn't see any more than one. One of them is, in my estimation, an amazing signing. It's a great signing that we have because this is a person that has so much upward potential, and he's going after a world title fight. We'll talk about him in a minute. Unless he flashes up, I don't know what order we're going.
We'll just run through what I got.
All right, what do you have?
Here we go.
I didn't see these. All right, Matthew Russo. Is that Rambo Russo? Yeah, Rambo Russo. There you go. He's signed. I don't know how long he's signed. It doesn't say, but he's signed to a contract.
I don't know why it cut you off.
Oh, it's cut off?
Yeah, I guess it is.
Is it multi-fight? Is it 3
It
fight?
is a multi-fight
All right,
deal.
multi-fight deal for Rambo Russo, who's been very, very entertaining, and we're glad to have him. Congratulations to Rambo Russo from the Hawkster and from Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Rambo Russo signed to a multi-fight deal. Can't wait to see what else he does here. Let's see who else we have. And Justin's been signed to a multi-fight deal as well. I don't know a lot about Justin, although I know that if they signed him to a multi-fight deal, that he's got something. He's got a cool tattoo. Excited to see more of him. Justin, congratulations to you. What we should do is, for the people I don't know yet, it'd be nice if I got like a little research on them. I'm not saying this to you. I'm saying to the people who ever put these in, because I don't get to see them ahead of time. So I'm just going with what I see.
Do your job, Brian.
It's not my job. All right, go ahead. Next one. Here he is. This is the guy I was talking about. You know him, H.D. Davis, Howard Davis, signed to a multi-fight deal. Congratulations to Howard Davis. Keep that up there for a minute. I want to throw another congratulations out there to Howard Davis, H.D. Davis, because it's important we have him under a multi-fight deal. Kai Stewart would tell you, don't worry about having him under a multi-fight deal. He's not going to take my title anyway. But if he does take Kai Stewart's title at BKFC 56, one of the big fights in Salt Lake City, Utah, the biggest card we've ever put on, then we're going to have him on a multi-fight deal because he's a champ. You want to have that. So this guy has been so talented. He's been a pleasure to deal with. Congratulations to H.D. Davis, who is now under a multi-fight deal with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Congratulations, my friend. And is that all? Do we have any more? Oh, we have more. Good. D'Amico, there you go. Another one. This is okay. I've seen this guy fight before. I don't remember the card
Prospect
it was on.
Series.
Was it Prospect Series?
The first one, yep.
Thank you. See, because you see these all the time. You edit. I remember seeing him fight. Loved his fight, and he deserved to get signed to a multi-fight deal. Congratulations. We appreciate you guys for what you do, what you bring to the company, and welcome to the company. Now you're here. A multi-fight deal. It always makes me excited to let these fighters know they've been selected for the multi-fight deal because that's a big deal. Look, in the fighting industry, you know if you're a fan, it's hard. It's hard to eat. It's hard to make money. It's hard to be successful. And I'm glad that we can offer people through Prospect Series, through the tryouts, I should say, Prospect Series, and through Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, a chance at superstardom, because that's where we're going. We're going up, 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 up to the moon. And we're looking forward to BKFC 53. Don't forget, that's this Friday night, Thailand, BKFC. I think it's the 5th one in Thailand. That's coming up Saturday. BKFC.com. You can get tickets there. You can grab the app there. It's all there. You want to be at the shows, I'm telling you. I think that's all we have for today. Do you have anything else on your docket?
We didn't really go over when Chris was on all the way, but he did mention how we have the Georgia tryouts.
Yes, thanks for throwing that up.
We also have tryouts in Canada, November 11th.
Yeah, that's the other one. Thank you for not allowing me to forget that, because that's very important. I was actually excited when I saw the Canada tryouts A. Canadian fighters. I think that I can, like, one or two. I know Gibson, I think, was a Canadian fighter.
Yeah, Gibson was.
We don't have many of those. So I'm sure there's a crop of talent in Canada, and we can't wait to find you, Canada. If you know somebody in Canada, if you know somebody near Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, make sure they get here to Wolf House MMA. You can go to bkfc.com/tryouts. If you're listening and not watching, it's bkfc.com/tryouts. 10 o'clock registration in the morning, 1 p.m. start time. This is BKFC Canada tryouts, November 11th. Get involved and you'll be the next one to see yourself maybe on the multi-fight deal, maybe on the main event of the card. Who knows? We're just excited to meet more new fighters and more potential stars that are going to be fighting for us.
And if you know anybody in South Africa, let them know that we have tryouts going on there as well.
Yeah, there's a lot happening. I don't know how these guys are traveling so much. September 11th, of course, in South Africa. Excuse me, Saturday, November 11th. Let me correct that again. Saturday, November 11th, Johannesburg. Go to Top Box Gym if you're listening and not watching this. Again, bkfc.com/tryouts. Registration's at 11 o'clock. Make sure you get in, bkfc.com for those tryouts. If you're in the South Africa area, Johannesburg area, we'd love to meet you. And look, this is cool because now you're doing Canada. You're doing South Africa. We did Bulgaria. We're doing a lot of different states in the United States. So what I think you're going to see out of this is, since we're going all over the world with tryouts, A, the show's awesome on the app when we do it, but B, you're going to see what we've been talking about for a couple of years, and we've seen a little bit of it. You're going to see all these different styles of bare knuckle start to emerge. You're going to see people learning from people in South Africa, from Canada, stateside, England, wherever we're at. You're going to see it all start to kind of do this, and you're going to see some new styles develop and new everything. It's going to be really cool. So we're looking forward to meeting everybody, and hopefully you can fight for us soon if you'd like to. A lot of people excited in the chat. We appreciate you. We appreciate you watching. We're excited to see, again, Julian Lane make his comeback to Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. That's, again, this Friday. Stop by the expo. Say hello. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's the Orange County Convention Center in Orlando. We got all kinds of free stuff we're going to give you, and we're not the only ones. Like I said, you'll have Batista there. You're going to have all these different fighters. You're going to have different bodybuilders all over the expo hanging out. And you just walk up and say hi to them. And I can tell you, if you come to our booth, you're going to have a good time. We have a lot of freebies we're going to give out as well. So stop by and say hi. Matter of fact, tell me you heard about it here on the Bare Knuckle Show, and we'll talk more. Maybe I can hook you up with some extra stuff. Until then, it is fight week. We're excited. We're getting out of here. I'm not going to bang my head today because I have a very bad, what the hell? I got a really bad headache. Please don't keep it on me forever. I have to do it, though. Happy Halloween. Be safe, brother. Till next time, dude. Remember something. Knuckle up. I screwed it up. Till next time, dude. Remember something. I got a headache. I don't even know where I'm at, but I can tell you this. Get bucked up and knuckle up, brother. Ah!